Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, December 24th, 2017, and this is your fun fact of the day. So as we covered last week, Ahab was king during the whole interlude, like 2 weeks ago, with the interlude with Elijah and the prophets of Baal. Well, there comes a point in Israel's history where God has had enough of Ahab as king. Here's how that plays out. Elisha, receiving instructions from God, takes one of the sons of the prophets and gives him instructions, which are to go to a certain town, seek out a certain man, pour oil over his head, and declare that the Lord has anointed him as king over Israel. This will actually come as a bit of a shock to the man who does receive this, but he takes it in stride. Here's how that plays out. The servant does this, goes to the town he was instructed, and finds the man named Jehu, Jehu. He was a commander in the army at the time. He pulls Jehu into a private conference, gives him the oil, tells him, by the way, you're king now, and runs away. Jehu was in a military council when he was pulled away, and he comes back to the military council. They're all like, okay, what happened to you? Well, they asked what the boy wanted, and Jehu lays it all out for them. So I'm king now, and we got some stuff to take care of. The other commanders of the army follow accordingly, recognizing God's authority, and proclaim Jehu as king. King of Israel, the northern 10 tribes this time, was named Joram. Jehu rides out to where Joram is. Joram sees him coming and sends messengers asking Jehu, is it well? Is everything okay? Jehu responds with, literally, how can there be peace when the whorings and sorceries of your mother Jezebel are so many? Now, for a Bible, that's gangster response, flat out. The king, supposedly your king, comes to you and says, is there peace? Is everything okay? And you respond to that man, the man who's supposed to rule over you, or so that man thinks. No, your mom is too great of a whore and a witch for there to be peace in this land right now. Joram realizes that Jehu has come for trouble. He tries running away, tries to tell King Ahaziah of Judah about the supposed treachery. While he's fleeing in his chariot, Jehu draws his bow at full strength and fires at Joram in the distance, nails him through his heart, through his back, into his heart, kills him on the spot, falls out of his chariot. Jehu has a servant drop the body off at some nondescript location, and they move on, because there's more to take care of than just Joram. King Ahaziah of Judah also tries to flee. They shoot him while he's fleeing. They don't kill him on the spot, but he does later die of his wounds, so he probably bled out or got some nasty infection. Either way, he died pretty quickly too. And as far as the named characters that we have, Jehu rides to the palace and takes Jezebel, the mother of Joram, as her tossed out the window. She hits the wall of the palace and then dies on impact on the ground. And by the time they go to get her bones and bury her body, there's basically nothing but like her skull left. It actually describes that because there's nothing left to recognize her by. Wild animals came and ate it all before they got to it. Now, cleaning up the rest of Ahab's sons, Jehu sends letters to all the provinces in these nearby areas where these sons were higher up princes in these towns or just had positions of authority. Jehu writes letters to all the people of the town, the elders and the people who should be responsible to the Lord and the king under the Lord. Secondly, telling them, by the way, wake up. We're serving the Lord God. And with these formed alliances with these elders and people in these towns, over 70 people of Ahab's lineage were removed from positions of authority. And the rest of Jehu's cleaning list, if that wasn't enough, include all of Ahaziah's relatives, other people loyal to Ahab, and the priests of Baal, who somehow were still around. Just keep getting more of these, like an infestation. All of this evil and cleansing of the land was pleasing to the Lord. All this that Jehu had done was approved and sought of from the Lord, and Jehu did it. So it was a good thing in God's eyes. But Jehu still had some shortcomings of his own, so his house wasn't actually going to sit on the throne forever. It was supposed to be through the 4th generation. This story of Jehu and his appointed kingship and all the cleaning that he did comes to us out of 2 Kings chapter 9, where there's a very specific verse in there. When Jehu was afar off, the man knew it was Jehu, for he driveth furiously. It's a pretty well-known verse for me and a couple of friends. In other news, today is National Eggnog Day. Happy Christmas Eve, everybody. Drink the eggnog, I suppose. Assuming it hasn't been spiked, or if it has, assuming you're overage, etc. All qualifications in place. Hope you've enjoyed this fun fact of the day. See you tomorrow.